Well, I think there's going to be a lot of competition. I think, there's some opportunity there for some guys to step in at wideout. Obviously Jalen Arnold coming back, and we've got DeAndre Golden, who, was a guy that was in our plans last year and then, had his season ended short with a quick surgery. Bryson and Vanderpool, we've got some options out here, and then the wideouts position's wide open. Obviously we got Jerson Jock, who's got the most experience coming back, Mikey Robinson, Tyler Foster, but there's some competition. Seth Rolls, they're going to battle, and we got some guys coming in. So really like it. I like the stability at quarterback. I think that there's going to be healthy competition there every day, and those guys are going to go back and forth with the 1 reps, and there's going to be a lot of competition. I think they did a great job. I think we did we had a great 7.5 weeks leading up to this thing. Trying to put on size, put on strength. Conditioning really wasn't a focus, although that we hit on some of that. You come out here and you go through a 20-odd period practice, there's going to be a little bit more running and different things that they're not used to. So there are some guys, there's some position groups that are slim, but they're going to get themselves caught up, and I'm pretty happy with the intensity. We're not in pads. They were trying to be physical in our box drill, and these guys are motivated, and I told them it's going to be a physical spring. Yeah, these guys have done a great job, and Coach Padilla in the weight room and in our strength and conditioning program, and these guys have done a great job with nutrition. So that's naturally, you're going to see that with 18, 19, 20-year-old guys. These guys are committed. So now on the flip side, something's got to give, where they've got to do a great job, because there is another mode that they're going to get into with this football, because we're still going to lift weights, we're still going to run, and we're going to do all of that. But they've got to continue to just, something's got to give and sacrifice. They got to be great with their hydration and nutrition. I think it's awesome. I don't think, I think we're right where we want to be. I think, the guys we've hired, and Coach Vagnone coming in from Wingate, obviously was a guy that I knew. Robbie Owens, I've known him for 25 plus years. He's one of my best friends. There's a lot of philosophical things that are aligned. And that's really one of the most important things that I feel about in our office, is that, the offensive coaches hang out with the defensive coaches, special teams. There's great chemistry. We're going to have that on our staff. That's the expectation. We're on the same page with practice schedule and intensity. It's going to be competitive, and guys are going to have fun with it. But, I think our staff is right where we want to be. Yeah, absolutely. I think there is a natural transition, and we have like a leadership council, and we meet, and there's some new faces in there. So there is kind of a changing over the guards. Some of those guys have been with me since high school, and, you think about Trayon and Victor and some of those other names you said, those guys were here since day one, and, we've got a few of those guys back, but there is, so my approach every year is going to be different. But this team, the expectations are a little bit higher, and we talked a little bit about our process, and, we want more. So we're going to have to do things a little bit differently. We're going to have to do a few things, at a higher level to get what we want. So, it's definitely a new year, new team. I think the biggest thing is, we want to have some guys in the locker room emerge as leaders. And I think this team is coming together. So I think our chemistry is great. We've got to be consistent at some spots. We're looking for really a high level of play at our quarterback position, and I expect that to happen from day one. And across the board, and I expect us to play championship level defense. So, we're putting a lot of pressure on this team because the expectations are high. We're sick of, coming home early in the playoffs. Well, I think the intensity, I think they're intense, and I think, along with that comes their competition, their competitiveness, and I think these guys are going to compete because there are going to be some new faces. There's competition at a lot of different spots. We talked about the wideout position. The quarterback position is going to be a battle every single day. The tight end position, there's good guys in that group. You look on defense and there's some new faces. There's going to be some, Sage Shin-Young's probably going to be in there somewhere, but there's guys that are battling for those safety spots, for those outside linebacker spots. So love the intensity and the competitiveness that comes with it. Love it, absolutely. This is what we've worked hard for. These guys have done a great job. In our first quarter, we transitioned to what we're calling our second quarter here for spring ball. Absolutely, can't wait to get back out here on Monday. It's absolutely huge because, we're approaching this thing in 4 phases. So quarter one's already over with. I think we won in quarter one. We got to win quarter two, and that's on the field. And part of that's balancing on the field fundamental development work, getting to know our new scheme on defense, getting to know our adjusting things that we're doing on offense, and coming together as a team. It's absolutely crucial as we transition to our summer program. So absolutely huge. I love it. I think they did a great job. I think they're, B plus range. There's certain things we got to clean up in terms of some of the tempo and know where they're going, but I felt like transitioning from offense to special teams and defense to special teams, I thought that was good. It can always get cleaned up, but I'm happy right where we are right now, and we're going to strive to be better on Monday.